Hi everybody, getting ready for work. I decided to use the Blunderful for my makeup today because I actually liked it yesterday using it, and I didn't think that I liked doing that with it. I usually just used it for the powder, so I gotta get ready for work, so I can't really wait for people to get on, but I'm just gonna go to town. A random fact as the title of this video, and in honor of my blue eyes, we're gonna do this set of colors. So I'm just getting my foundation nice and blended. Hey Courtney! It's not staying like this. I had to get it out of my face. And this hair right here is like getting more and more dead and retarded from like 7 years ago when I burnt it with a curling iron. Courtney, I'm doing this today using those colors. So I'm going to try and get all this blended quickly because I have to work at 3 today, which means I need to leave in a little while. So when you're blending, and I decided to use a Blunderful today, Courtney, because I actually didn't hate it yesterday. I don't know why. When I first tried it, maybe I just was I don't know what I was doing wrong, but I didn't like it. But I kind of liked it after yesterday. So I already did my brows with One Night Sand, and I'll lighten them up as I do my concealer. I think that's pretty good for foundation. I'm going to use Zero underneath my eyes with the pointed side of my Blunderful. I'm just going to spin. You don't need to spin more than like half or once at the most to get both your eyes. Hi ladies! I'm going to be like a half night shifter tonight. 3 p.m. to 3 a.m. So I'm putting Zero concealer under my eyes. And I kind of want these brown colors to pop nice, so I'm going to make sure to get my lid. And then I'll set my lid with powder before, because this concealer can act as a primer as well for your eyes. But you would want to set it with foundation so you don't have creasing. I mean, set it with powder so you don't have creasing. So that's Zero. And then I'm going to use number 2 in the shape of a T and my chin to cover up some of that redness discoloration there. And then I just have like a few little spots. So, and then I'm going to use my flat side to blend that area out because it's not a, I don't need the pointy side. And I'm patting, not swiping. If you swipe, you're going to take all your product off. I'm going to get some of it on those eyebrows. I'm going to try and tell y'all what I'm doing, but I am trying to hurry because I do have to be at work, so I will do my best. Don't y'all love my hair clips? Okay, so foundation done. Now, let me find my stuff. So we're going to go with the translucent powder, and I look a little tired today. I'm going to set that area under my eye really good, set my eyelid really good. And when I say set, that's like, you know, this is like a necessity. This powder, it goes with the foundation like peanut butter and jelly. You kind of need both. And then I just like to set like areas where I tend to be shinier. I tend to do like, this is called baking. And I feel like it helps with shine throughout the day, and then it helps keep all your makeup in place. And because I am using some darker brown colors, I'm going to put quite a bit of powder on my eye, on my thing, and then, like you've seen me in the past, put all that on my cheek. So I look like a ghost for a second, but that's going to keep any shadows that fall from staying on my cheeks. I don't know, Courtney, they asked me to come in early, so I said, okay. Okay, so the colors that I'm using today is Cream Boat, Peachy Gleam, One Night Sand, A Corkable, Brownie Points, and Antique Bar. I have not done this look yet, so this is the first time. I'm going to start with my eyeliner because I'm going to go over the eyeliner with Brownie Points to make it all brown and not have this like dark black mark. Like, I don't want black today. And after all this is done, I'm going to have to clean up these eyebrows. I tried to do them beforehand, which I guess they don't look that bad. I just need to fix this one. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Felicia, if you're still on. Sorry I didn't see you hop on. So, I'm going to do my eyeliner. And I'm doing this first because I want to go over it with Brownie Points to give it more of a brown tone. But I really love the fact that this is so like smudge proof. It's really good for work. So I still want the actual eyeliner. Sorry, I hope y'all can see me, but I can't really see what I'm doing in my camera. So I'll give it a little wing because I'm going to blend that out. Now let's see if we can get the other side to match. My eyes keep watering today, and I'm really hoping that they just hold off for like 30 minutes. Once I get my makeup on, they can water all they want, because this stuff will still stay. Y'all, this wing is so much bigger than the other one. Oh, maybe not. Do they look even? I thought it was bigger, but I guess it's not. I don't really care for the wings that much. I'm going to be blending that out. I don't know why, but it's just not my thing. And then I'm just going to go in. This is just a pencil, like a gray color, but I'm going to, this is just really to give that outer corner a dark. And we're going to fix that up with some shadow. Hi, ladies. Okay. So one more time, since y'all all weren't here. This is what we're using today. It's suggested for blue eyes, to make those blue eyes pop. If you didn't know already and you have blue eyes, browns make your eyes pop. So first, I am going to, let me get my brushes. First, I'm going to do my transition color, which is going to be Peachy Gleam. I gotta see what time it is, y'all. Can't be late. Oh, I don't even, oh, 1:34. Okay. So, Peachy Gleam is my transition color. I'm going to put that pretty much all over my lid and up into my upper brow area. And I'm pretty much doing windshield wiper motions with everything. That's why this is so easy. Like, I have had so many people tell me that they couldn't do any of the things that I do on my eyes. And it's so not true. You literally are doing the same motions for everything you do. And once you start blending, which with these shadows, it's like impossible to not have some kind of pretty look. Once you blend it all out, you'll be amazed how pretty it is. Okay, Peachy Gleam. So then, I'm going to be going in order of light to dark. So the next lightest color is One Night Sand. This light brown color right here. So I'm going to get a fluffy brush, which I actually might get a fluffier brush. Fluffy brush, just do like one dip, and then I'm going to start back in the back, and I'm just going to windshield wiper that out on my whole lid. One dab, start in the outer and go in and just windshield wiper it back and forth on my whole lid. And since this is a lighter color, you would then go out, blending that out into the rest. Okay? Next, with a fluffy brush, I'm going to do a corkable, which is this last brown color right here. Making sure I don't miss any colors. And that's another matte color, so I'm going to use my fluffy brush, do a dab, start in the corner, and windshield wiper it back and forth. This time I'm not doing my whole lid, but I'm not being like super tight with it either. Like it could go, that's why I get this fluffy brush. The darker you get with colors, the smaller you want your brush to get. So one more of the corkable, start in the corner, and it's kind of just a messy back and forth windshield wiper motion. Don't be scared to get it places, because this is a really pretty brown color. Okay? Okay, so now this is where you start going back to your transition color. So with my fluffy brush I used, I'm going to go back to transition color, which was Peachy Gleam. Get a little on there. And I start on the inside of my eye, and I'm going to blend that out. Like I'm going up into my brow. One tiny, tiny dab. Start on the inside. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and then you're just like back and forth, blending it out. Y'all see? Okay, so getting into the darker colors. So this is going to be like our darkest color in our crease, and it's Antique Bar. It's got shimmer to it. I have like a smaller, this is a little firmer, fluffy brush. I'm going to start in the corner, and I usually try to get like some of the shadow off right there, because you want it to be like a little darker in the corner, and then about 2/3 of the way back and forth. So I'm not going all the way into the very corner of my eye. You want it to be like lighter in the inner corners, lighter, and darker out, and it'll open up your eye. So I'm just blending that out. Again, just staying in my crease. One little dab, and I tend to like shake it off a little bit right there. Try to get more out there. And then just staying in the crease, and I'm trying to do it so you can see. Staying in my crease and blending it about 2/3 of the way. Back and forth. So easy. Right? So easy. Okay, so with the brownie points. Brownie points is our dark brown color. This is the color that I'm going to do along my, like where my liner is. And then in the corner. So I'm going to take this like smaller, kind of fluffy, but not really that fluffy. Actually, I don't want that big. Redo. Even smaller. Can you see it? So this is a smaller brush. I'm going to just do a light tap of the brownie points. And in the corner, I'm just kind of doing little tiny movements back and forth, starting where that wing ended and just really getting the corner of my eye. One more dab. Like that's all I'm doing. Okay, so you see where you have that. Now I'm going to use that brush that I had before. This brush, literally a light dab, like barely any. And I'm going to start in the corner and go like a third to a halfway. It's really just blending out that like triangle that you have of brown, okay? You can just shake it back and forth. And windshield, I mean, I'm doing like about a third of the way in my crease. See what that did? Okay, one more, a little tiny dab, like super small, in the corner, and like a third of the way, just back and forth, and you're just blending out your little triangle, like in a triangle shape. And this is for non-hooded eyes. If you have hooded eyes, we'd have to change this up just a little bit. Because all this detail that you're making, you wouldn't even see. Okay, so now back with our transition brush. Lightest dab, Peachy Gleam. I'm actually just going to like dab a little bit on both sides. And then I'm going to be just fading it all, blending it all out into the brow. And this is like a very light stroke. Yeah, Angie had hooded eyes, Courtney, when I did her makeup, and I had never done anybody with hooded eyes before. What do y'all think? Okay, so to do like my eyeliner part, I'm going to spray this really small brush with 10 Years Younger finishing spray. It's going to darken up the brownie points, and brownie points is that darker brown color at the bottom. So just a little dab goes a long way, especially when it's wet. I'm going to start in the corner. And I'm just darkening up where I had gotten shadows everywhere and making that black gray tone a brown tone. And just because I'm going to darken up my corner. You don't have to do that, but I like to have a dark corner. I feel like it makes my eye shape look better. So same brush, still a little damp. Dab on some of the brownie points. Okay, last time with the transition one. I'm just going to get it in the inner corner. Sorry, this light is so fast to turn off. This is always Peachy Gleam, and it's not a lot of shadow. Like, I'm barely putting any shadow. You really don't even need to put on shadow. You could just do it with the brush to blend it all out. And then I need to just darken up this brow a little bit. Or really not darken, straighten it. I use, for my light brows, I use One Night Stand. It's a very pretty color for my skin tone. I'm gonna have to speed this up pretty soon because I'm getting late. Okay. I'm just trying to clean up my brows before I do my underneath my brow line. The cream boat is the lighter color that I'm going to do at the top under my brow line, which is pretty much what I do every day. So a lot of powder gets on in one little dab. That's one little dab. And with this, I'm just getting that inner part of my brow line and just kind of like shaking it all out onto that brow line. This is to kind of get rid of that harsh line that you have from the transition color. And it looks like I'm doing like my whole brow, but I'm really just putting the pressure on my brow line. And if you want, because you know you can do your transition brush again. Whatever. Okay, so underneath your eye, first let's clean up that powder. Remember, I had put powder up under there to keep any of all this fallout. We'll just kind of swipe away. So that's what we're gonna do. Swipe away any fallout that's on your cheekbones. And then I'm just gonna finish out the powder. Woo, I just poked my eyeball out. This is my powder brush, which I'm going and doing my whole face, and I'm also blotting rather than swiping to really set my foundation. And I know that all these steps like that I take, it's all because I have oily skin. If you don't have oily skin, you do not need to go as hard on yourself with the powder. You literally could just do like a light amount. But oily skin is not your friend. Powder is your friend when you have oily skin. Okay, so that's all the powder, just to get that finished up. So I'm going to go with my little thin brush. Again, I already put a little bit of pencil eyeliner, but I'm going to spray my brush with 10 Years Younger finishing spray, do brownie points, and connect it with my upper line. That's a shadow. It does not look like a liner once you start blending it in. Okay, same brush, still wet. With that line up there, I'm just kind of cleaning it up and bringing it down into the bottom. And then, let me find the right brush. So this brush is a little too big. I'm going to use this kind of thinner fluffiness. I'm going to do Antique Bar, which is the one that's got the shimmer. And blend that color out. I'm barely using any shadow. Same brush, going to use Peachy Gleam. I kind of twist it to the other side. And this time, starting in the inner corner, I'm going to blend that into the browns. This isn't the ideal brush. I need to find a better brush for this. I think that about, I'm just going to blend that. That's kind of a rough looking line right there. See, like, if you're ever not happy with it, just blend it out. I mean, I don't know what I'm doing. When I practice new looks, I'm just doing stuff. Okay. So, cream boat, I tend to clean up that area with. This is a good cleaner up, or you could also use concealer. See, my eyes look bluer. I need to put on some mascara. Okay, so our highlighter color is this glowing number 6. I'm going to go over that cream boat because I like shimmer. And add a little shimmer to my eye. And I know you can't really, I mean, the lighting you can't really see on the video. This is more like when you're in light, it's really gonna like, boom, when the light hits it. Okay. I get on these videos and then I always run late. Bronzer. Time to get skinnier. That's what I feel like bronzer does for me. Makes me look skinnier. And I've said before, you're doing a letter E. So this is the middle of my E. This is the top of my E. And then the jawline, I do a very light sweep of the jawline. And it's adding definition to your face. And then in order for me to blend, I do the letter 3. Sometimes if I'm wanting like a lighter look, I'll do my powder brush doing this part, but I feel like with my eyes, I could do a little more glow, browner look today. Let's get in my hairline. What do you think? You can always do some on your nose. Glowing. I don't need a whole lot of glow. And then this is powder. I mean, it's not really powder, it's the powder brush. Just blend it all out real good. And blush, I'm going to do Peachy today. It's definitely one of my favorites. Peachy is this color right here, but it's super pretty with my skin complexion. That was literally a dab of blush, and look at the color that you get. I'm just like a blender, so every time I do something, it's like I have to go back. I don't know why I do this. Number 7, Courtney. Peachy. I love it. It's my favorite one. And just because, we'll do a little glowing right there. Spray with 10 Years Younger finishing spray. A little heavy, I know, but I gotta go work a 12-hour shift. This stuff's gotta stay on. I'm gonna have to do mascara when I get to the parking deck. Because I'm running late. I gotta go get dressed. But one of the things I wanted to show you really quick before I leave. For those of you that have oily skin, I'm telling you, this 10 Years Younger spray makes a really huge difference. Like a freaking huge difference. But what you can do, especially for long days, like when you're going for a long shift, spray with the 10 Years Younger finishing spray. When it's still kind of a little damp, the areas that you're oily, put more powder, just lightly, like barely. You're literally just doing it to give it that airbrush dry, extra oomph. And I'm just doing these inner parts of my face where I tend to be oily. And with one more time, go like in an X motion. And that stuff will stay. Okay, so I'm probably going to wear like Believe lip gloss throughout my shift. Or Prim and Proper lipstick, which is a really pretty neutral color. And do my mascara when I get to the parking deck. And there's my look. I'll take a picture if I can and try to post it for y'all. But thanks for watching. There's my blue eyes. I gotta fix this a little bit. Love y'all. Have a good Friday. Be safe. Bye-bye.